Hey, it's Liz, and I'm back. I know I've been away for a little while. We had the planes. It's been quiet though, so I've enjoyed it. But it's been really nice, and we've been really, really lucky. We are going to get a temperature drop and probably more rain later in the week, and I'm sure what that means is the planes will return. So I figured I better get some videos done while I can. So, how's everybody enduring the shutdown? I'm going to find out next week. Next week. I'm leaving. I'm leaving for Florida. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. Zane and I have TSA pre-check, and so it should be all right. I'm not worried so much about going down. I feel bad for the air traffic controller because they're working without pay. It's a stressful job as it is, and not getting a check. We'll see what's like coming home, though. That's going to be the kicker. So we'll take a look at the shutdown. I know they're just excuse my language, but you know, Stephen Miller and they're just having the biggest hard on other people's misery. Just I mean, that's how they get their rocks off. I promise you this is not going to last. It will not last. Told you the wheels, and I think they have been, slowly but surely, but this is going to be bad. I told you, as I mentioned, and we're going to look, the economy was going to, and that's what's going to happen. And the shutdown is just going to speed things up. We won't ever get dumb orange idiot posted, oh, there's no inflation, prices are great, but it's a lie. It's a lie. You can go to the store, go to the gas pump, and you know it's a lie. People are losing their jobs. People can't afford their rent. Car reefs are at like a 5-year high. Don't quote me on that, but I know car reefs are and that's a really bad signal for the economy. Yeah, times are really tough. Federal workers, I mean, first Doge fires them, then they rehire them, and now they're getting fired again. That was just blackmail. Oh, well, you know, the Democrats don't play, if the Democrats don't do what we say, it's, you know, this is what's going to happen as they fire. And it's like, you know, blaming the Democrats. You're forcing us. This is how an abuser talks. You know, you're forcing me to hurt you and all that. So that's what they're saying. We'll take a look. I'll try to take a look and see how long this is going to last. It ain't going to end quickly. Take a look. Hopefully the Democrats will dig their heels in because they're fighting for what is right, fighting for health care for America. I just got the official notice today. I'm going to lose my health insurance because I can't afford it. I knew it was coming. And I got it today. Well, I was initially upset. Now I'm okay. You know, thank God my ankles are all right. It's just time now. The bone's healed, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Just can't fall again. I'll wait till the ACA opens. I might look at just getting something to cover if I have to go to the emergency room. That's the kind of, I'll see if I can find something like that as far as insurance. But I don't think this will last long. I think once the Dems, well, about a year, the Dems take at least control of the House back in, well, it'll be 27. I think then they will restore. And we'll see, will the orange idiot still be in office? Will he be going out feet first? Will he stroke out? So we'll see. So anyway, let's take a look. What's the first question? And Trump doesn't care. He does not care. He does, I'm telling you, he doesn't care if millions of men. As I said before in another reading, I'm going to make you like me. I'm going to make you love me. See, I'm going to hurt you and abuse you until you like me, until you love me. That's what he's doing now. Decimating everything, and then, then you'll love me. I'm going to take everything. I'm going to destroy it. Then you'll love me. This, again, it's that abuser. Makes me wonder what he was really like in private with his wives, because that's the earmarks of an abuser. So he's out in the golf course, shut down. Nobody's working. He's militarizing, Chicago and Portland. He's forcing the National Guard to work. They're not getting a check though, because the shutdown, they don't get paid. The military working without a check. They're not getting paid. Border Patrol, ICE, they're getting paid. The brown shirts. Let's just call them what they are, the brown shirts. Better be socking away their money, because this will all end. I just, somehow, I think things will. They got the No Kings coming up on Saturday, the 18th. I will be in Disney, so I can't go. But I also think the November elections are going to send a clear signal. If they are, I think even with they're seeing internal polls. They can gerrymander and do whatever they want. Even the Republicans are going to turn on them. But I think they're going to start getting a clear indication after the November elections. Watch them, and then I think watch them back off on some of these policies. And saying he may end up going out feet first. I really don't know. I can't predict when somebody is going to pass on, and we should know. That's not for us to know. I still think, I don't see 25th Amendment, never did, because the cabinet won't have to vote for that. And if J.D. Vance comes in, he may not keep them. I don't know. My two, that he either he expires or he gets impeached. That's what I see. I think I really do think unfortunately, I do think he's going to at least see the midterms, him lose the House. And that, don't be surprised that that brings on a health issue. Yeah, so that's what I see. Either it goes out feet first or it's impeachment. I do not see 25th Amendment. I do not see the military removing him. That's not their job. They wouldn't do it. If they were instructed to take him out, they'd be happy to do it. So anyway, let's take a look at the shutdown and the economy. All right, we'll start with, what do the Republicans feel about the shutdown? The Republican Congress. What did the Republican? Bible Johnson. Covering up for a pedophile. Not refusing to swear in that Adelina Grahiva. Sorry if I mispronounced. She's the daughter of the previous congressman who recently passed away, who was fantastic. He was such a fighter for the environment and protecting of public lands. He was amazeballs. So we expect the same from his daughter, to continue on his work in protecting our public lands and the environment. All right, show me the Republicans. Johnson will have to. I think he can only stall for so long. So she'll get sworn in at some point. At the bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. This is the donors. This is who they're appeasing. You know, if we're broke and sick and all that, then we'll be willing to take a shit job for shit wages and just shut up and behave ourselves because we're too busy trying to survive. All right, can you see? Okay. Yeah. The Hierophant. This is the government. This is also steadfast beliefs. Holding on the fact that, even I really don't, but this is what they're trumpeting. Oh, that we're trying to get health care for illegal aliens. Not true. Not true. You know, illegals are, you know, they get all the handouts. Americans get, not true. It's the fear mongering. That's what Republicans do. They prey upon your fear and your anger, not the truth. So here's those parroting those beliefs. Again, the donors, and also with Trump, because remember, all this is just to cover up for the Epstein files. Did you see SCOTUS rejected Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal? Somebody told them to, bottom line. So I know Trump wants to pardon her, hopefully that she'll disappear. We'll see what happens with that. I know he wants to. But here's the deals. Again, the deals with the donors, the deals, you know, covering, you know, protecting the dear leader. So, and again, spinning it. Oh, the health care, they're, you know, the Dems want, you know, health care for illegals. They want to get, you know, they want to give illegals Medicaid and Medicare and Social. None of this is true. It is a lie. So that's them parroting the lies. That's all they do is peddle lies. They don't have a truth. I said they prey upon people's fears. Okay, some man here. Not sure who this is. The man with the plan. Queen of Pentacles. Steadfastness. Maintaining. Uh-oh. This is not physical death, but something's going to change within the party. They're also breaking within the party. We can see what that means. Could this be Thomas Massey? Is this somebody within the Republicans breaking? Not sure. But that's interesting. What's the change? Not physical death. It just means change. Show me the Republicans. How do they feel about the shutdown? You notice the Republicans are hiding from their constituents. I don't see any of them holding town halls. Empress could be Mother Russia, but normally it's the women. Again, the women. The women of the Epstein files, the American women, mothers, etc. They're going to be forced to walk away from this. They're going to have to walk away. All right, let's take a look, see how the Democrats, Congress, dealing, how they feel about the shutdown. And you see, Diddy got 4 years, but since he's been in jail for a year, they're going to count as time served. So he got a lousy three years for what he's done, and that's the stuff that we know about. So yeah, cards were right about that. This is my card for misinformation, the empty cup. But also, I'm getting hits. It's because they really don't hold. Well, right now they do, because the Senate needs 60 votes, but they really don't have any power. So this is the empty cup. Again, the women, motherhood, families, the birth, also that's what I'm getting, the birth of new ideas. And again here, again, well, we see here the health. This is what they're fighting for, health. This is also legal deals. I think but it shows here the health deals. I think they're making deals. Maybe they're negotiating behind the scenes with the Republican senators, not in official capacity. But there's some type of deal making going on. Maybe it's a deal between the Democrats to hold firm, because Schumer would topple over in a minute. But have you noticed? Thune could have blown up and done the nuclear option and passed the budget with only 50 votes, but he didn't do it this time. He did it with those judges because when the Dems take over the Senate, probably in 28, you know, all bets are off. They could also do it. So show me the Dems. Yeah. This is America. I mean, we got screwed on the current bill. And again, remember, we're also the ones that are not in power. But here's judgment. Judgment, you know, the angels above, we're on the side of good. Here's the judgment. And also, again, health care for the poor. I mean, health care for everybody. That's what they want to give. Here, you get health care, you get health care, you get health care. And also, it's been good for business. I mean, I think donations are up too. But that's what they want. Here, you know, as I said, you get health care, you get health care. Chained to the devil. But this is who's responsible for the chain to the devil. Who's responsible for the shutdown? This is what it's all about. I mean, it's just evil. Stephen Miller, that Russ Voigt, the orange idiot. But look, they're going to be forced to walk away from it. Dems will win in the end. We just have to hang on. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can see how long the shutdown is going to last. I think it's going to be at least to Halloween. I don't think it'll go past that, but let me see. Remember, the last 3 shutdowns were all under Trump. Because the guy cannot govern. He doesn't want to govern. He doesn't care. He does not care about the American people. Alright. How long is the shutdown going to last? High Priestess, not sure what that means. Well, change is coming. It's funny how these cards, Death again. Illusions and delusions. The Republicans are going to try to spin this as a win for them. You just know that's going to come. But again, this is the reason that the shutdown is happening. It's not for the good of the people. Well, yeah. I mean, the Dems want it for the good of the people because they want to give everybody health care. But you know, I don't think I need to go further in that. Let me see if I see 7, 13, 7, 15. Trying to see if the numbers might say something. I'm looking for time. How long is this going to last? Said before, Republicans are going to have to walk away and there will be a deal. Again, they're going to try to spin this. But I'm not getting a number. Something's popping out to me as far as numbers. But what's amazing is all the major arcana that are sticking out. Let me see. May not be telling me. Tarot is really not that great for time. We just need to be patient, folks. But the other cards show this will end. And, you know, guys upstairs, they're watching over us. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of anguish for a lot of people. The federal workers are getting laid off or furloughed or not paid. The military not getting paid. So this is going to hurt a lot of people. And it's also going to hurt the economy. And I'm so sorry for those people. So sorry. Ace of Cups. But it will end. I'm not... Hang on. Alright. We'll use this, my makeshift. Spirit can use anything. So you don't have to have the fancy crystals or anything. They're nice, but you don't need them. Alright. Are you willing to answer questions? Alright. For the folks at home, can you give me a yes? Up and down. Can you give me a no? Are you willing to tell us how long this shutdown will last? Okay. Will it last another week? Yes. Will it last 2 weeks? Will it last 3 weeks? Will it last 4 weeks? Will it last 5 weeks? No. So the shutdown will end within the next 4 weeks. Could it be sooner than 4 weeks? Well, yeah, it's fluid. Okay, thank you. All right. According to Pendulum, I mean, it's fluid. I mean, remember, people have free will, but they said about 4 weeks. So just buckle up, hang in there. Don't believe the lies that the Republicans are just spinning, because that's all they do. They prey upon fear and anger because they don't have policy. I'm glad the Democrats are finally digging. They need to dig in. And yes, people, it will cause us to suffer, but we have to draw the line and fight back. So I'll leave it here. The No Kings protest is Saturday, October 18th. Please go if you're able. I'm hoping once this ankle heals, I'll be able to start joining in protests. I have been signing petitions, sending letters, calling my reps. I'm trying to do as much as I can. So even if you're not, let's say, physically able to get to a protest, there's still plenty you can do. As I said, write to your reps, call them, send letters, sign petitions, donate to Indivisible, the ACLU, PBS, NPR. If you can. I know times are tough. If you can't, you can't. It's more important to put food on the table. And I will leave it here. As I said, it was going to get worse before it gets better, but we will get through this. This will end. I believe it within every cell of my being. that this will end. I know it's painful. I don't like it either. It's killing me what's happening in Portland and Chicago. It's happening here in Newark, not in my area so far, but it's happening. There have been raids in downtown Newark. It's crazy. It's a real dark period in history. But again, good will triumph over evil. So I'll leave it here for entertainment purposes only. Like, subscribe, share. If you have any political questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next vid.